I got a treat for you guys today. Oh my gosh. Listen, fellas, we have a woman who's telling other women how to get a man to spend money on them. Now, before we go into this, fellas, I need you guys to go in with two thoughts. The first one is the wife a companion, a fun girl, or a gold digger? And then the second question, which is the most important question, is she looking to do business or is she actually looking for romance? Now, before we get into this, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so here we go.
Big Sister Dating Tip, ladies. Here's how to get a guy to spend money on you. I get this question far too often, so here we go. So I hate this question and I hate this topic, so don't chew me up, but here it is. The first thing you want to do is stop dating cheap men, okay? Dating the penny pinchers, the ungenerous men that make you figure out your own ride to the date, the one.
Wait, what? Men that make you figure out your own ride to the date? Isn't that how it should be? Because if not, then I should be getting some, right? I mean, come on, that's a lot of effort. Come on, that's crazy.
The ones that don't even call you a car or get you a way back home. The ones that look visibly stressed when the bill comes. Stop dating those guys. The way to weed out those men is by refusing to do anything that requires you going out of your way for a date. You have to figure out your own way there and back. You're not going. You shouldn't go. The bill comes and he starts sighing or looks stressed or looks to you in any kind of funny way. You're never seeing him again.
She's right. You should never see her again, because if you're looking at the bill, she emphasized this. If you're looking at the bill, I'm asking, what the hell is this woman ordering? And why is she ordering what she's ordering? Well, she's testing your pockets.
This will program your mind to being repelled by dusties instead of being okay with mediocre treatment. Another thing to keep in mind is that certain men from certain cultures are raised to be providers. So if you date those men, you'll already know that everything will be handled. Number two, after you find a generous provider man, you need to make sure that he actually provides for you. Because not all guys will just automatically provide for you. If you want him to invest in you, you need to invest in yourself. You have to upkeep yourself. He needs to be able to look at you and be like, I need money to get with her. And if you truly want him to spend money and invest in you, you need to understand that it's going to be a long game. And it's not going to be one for the faint-hearted, because it's not a heart game, it's a mind game. You need to hold yourself to absolute high regard and understand that for him to have access to you, it will cost. And number three, you need to understand that the provider game is a game of pride and reward. The more he provides for you, the more you can reward him. And you can use your imagination for that. But you need to also keep in mind that a guy will do a lot for a girl he really wants. So if you think that 3 dinner dates is enough for you to get, I don't know, for you to be satisfied, keep in mind that guys actually buy girls cars and houses. So how long you want to hold out for is up to you.
Enough. If you're buying a woman a house or a car, then she's either going to be a sugar baby or a wife. Right? And usually wives get that house and them cars based on the divorce because they hit you where it hurts. Now, everything she said about the dating and going on 3 dates, that is insane, because she's trying to get you to invest an absurd amount of money. Now, fellas, the reason why I want you to focus on is she looking to do business or romance is because you'll hear this in conversation. You will see this, how she's interacting with you on this date. That's what's really important to pay attention to. Now, I get it. Some guys are going to look at this woman and say, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. What is it that she really expects from you? Right? I mean, damn, I don't want to be the guy to pay for all the mistakes in her past. I wasn't the guy who did her wrong, but that's how she's going to treat you. So, fellas, it's important that you demand respect. We all heard it. We all heard it. This is business. The love stuff that gets us like all suckered in because we really want the woman, we really desire the woman, she's playing a different game and she's teaching other women to play the same game. Now, to me, this sounds like a sugar baby or a lady of the night, because this is their thought process. This is how they move, right? They're looking to get as much money from a guy as they possibly can. That's why she talked about going on 3 dates where you have to pay for her back and forth plus the date. Now, If you have the money, I get it. That's not a problem. It's not an issue, right? In fact, it may boost your ego, but that is actually the blinders that I always talk about. Fellas, if you let your ego take over opposed to your confidence, you won't be able to see what she's actually doing. This is something that she can't shake, just like all of the other guys that are in her past. Now, I heard basically that she was with a whole bunch of guys because she talked about the Dusties, right? The Dusties slash broke men. Then she talked about the generous men. Well, then what about the cultural men? What she left out was the men that she actually liked or likes or loves, right? The ones who actually caused the damage. This mindset is a mindset she had to graduate to, and she graduated to this through experience. So do not fool yourself into believing that this woman is the prize or a trophy because she's showing you she's just a participation ribbon. Quick breakdown. The wife is the one that you want to build a life with. Is this the woman that you want to build a life with? Because it sounds like, she got a lot of experience in the wrong direction. Next, companion. Does this sound like the woman that's going to have your back, that's going to be there with you through any health situation, through any financial crisis? I didn't hear that. What I heard is if you broke, she's going to leave you and look for another guy. And that's not going to change no matter what. In fact, even if you get her, even if you did figure out a way to impress her, she's still looking for another guy who has more. And guess what, fellas? We all know there's always another man with more money. What she doesn't realize is that man may not love her nor like her. So she may win in the short term, but in the long term, it's going to be ugly. Even more damage, even more trauma. Now, we have the fun girl and the gold digger left. The fun girl is the one who's going to give you headaches, and she's also community property, meaning she got a lot of bodies. The gold digger. Now, the gold digger is really just the one who only cares about herself. Getting back to the business, right? Is this how you want to do business? Are you okay with being used, right? Because some men are at a phase in their life where this may not bother them because they may realize I'm on my last leg. I can't take this money with me, so I might as well make somebody else feel good. I would just say make sure that you're okay with this, because if you're not, this is a horrible investment. I mean, what do you get in return? To look at her? Listen, there are plenty of other women who look better. In fact, if you're going to pay a woman, you may as well pay a gorgeous woman, right? Because she's acting as if she is a gorgeous woman. But I would say, hey, deal with the gorgeous woman. Hearing this woman speak, it took me all the way back to that conversation that people were having about women who would rather be with a bear versus a man. Now, when I heard women say that, I was like, well, damn, how many men did they destroy to the point to where they have to look over their shoulders? Because every man is not a bad man. Every man is not looking to destroy or tear a woman down. Some men really actually want to treat a woman like a delicate flower, right? So why would you punish all men for what a few men have done to you? Or why would you want to be in the forest where a bear is going to eat you? The reason why I assume most women have a high body count, especially women like this, is because they're all taking the same advice. And this advice is coming from a stripper / lady of the night type of mindset. Think about it. This woman lets you know how many men she is dealing with, meaning cultural men, dusties, generous, and again, what she left out was the guys that she actually liked. Now, for her to say stop dealing with dusties or how to weed the dusties out, it lets you know that maybe some of those dusties are the guys that she actually liked. Now, this sucks because this is the damage. This is the trauma that we're constantly talking about on Wall Watch, where the woman is trying to make you pay for all of the mistakes she made. Next is playing the long game. Now I have a question for you guys. How many long games does this woman actually have in her? Because she's clearly doing this with multiple men. She's done this with enough men to where she understands that she can't get what she want up front. She's probably tried it. Matter of fact, I would say she has definitely tried it with certain men that she knew had it, but realized that they didn't like her like that, that they were not willing to invest in her like that. So fellas, I encourage you to see the same thing. Give this woman what she earns. If she earns the house or the car or the clothes or the shoes or the trips or the gifts, whatever it is, if she earns it, I say give it to her. But this woman doesn't sound like she's looking to earn anything. She looks like, or she sounds like, she's the type of woman who feels like you should just give it to her because she's a woman. Fellas, you work too damn hard to get to where you are to just give it to someone. And again, there are much better looking women who would actually appreciate what you give to them. So I'm just encouraging you to make the better choice. Now, what you choose to do with your money and your Johnson, that's clearly on you. The reason I say that is because I want you to just think about what this woman will look like in the next 5 years, right? What is she going to look like in the next 5 years? Is she already working out? Is she taking care of herself? Is she healthy? Right? Like, what is she actually doing to keep herself up, to upkeep herself? Right? Or is she really just depending on the doctors? Right? Because eventually, even that's going to get old. I want the blinders to come off. I understand she has an ego. You have an ego. I have an ego. That's fine. But put it to the side. Right? That way you can see what's going on. Confidence is going to help you do that. 3 things that'll help you do this: mind, body, finances. Once you improve in those 3 areas, you will be amazed at what you can accomplish. For instance, when you're meditating or when you meditate, your mind is going to be calmed, but it's going to be more focused, more locked in. Now you can actually accomplish more because you have a real focus. This is where exercising comes in because it's a discipline. The results you get from exercising comes from constantly doing the exercise. Now, this is why I keep saying this is going to build your confidence, because confidence is built from something that you do thousands of times, right? It's going to take a whole bunch of reps to get the look that you want and to actually keep it and maintain it, because if you stop, then it's going to go away. Finances. This is another way for you to be disciplined. That discipline is going to allow you to see, is this person wasting your time, your energy, your resources? Is this person actually an asset or a liability? Now, when you're investing, you may not need me to tell you this, but when you invest, you want to start to invest in things that give you a return. You want to buy things that actually make money. Now, once you have your mind, your body, and your finances together, the most important thing to do after that is to adapt. While you're adapting, make sure you figure out what phase of life you're in. That way, when you find the category of women that you're looking for, is going to be a lot easier. For instance, there's wives, there's companions, there's fun girls, and there's gold diggers. All of these categories have a use and a purpose. The key is figuring out what phase of life you're in, because if you're looking to build, if you're looking for legacy, if you want a family, right, then you are looking for someone to build with. If you are super busy, you may only have time for fun girls. If you're old in the retirement stage, you really might just be looking for a gold digger because you want to make somebody feel good as you're on your way out. And then, of course, you may actually just want that companion because you may just want somebody there with you who really got your back. So understanding what phase of life you're in is really the most important thing. Confidence will help you see that. Now, with all of this being said, I got a question for you guys. What do you think? Do you think this was good advice? Do you think a lot of women are following suit? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that the video is done, do me a huge favor. like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.